Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth and this is my June book haul, part 3. Yeah, I said it, part 3. I clearly have a weakness for acquiring books, but this particular book haul are some of the books that I have picked up from my own library book sale. I am the book sales chairman for our local Friends of the Library, so each time I go into the library to get ready for a sale, I run across books that I like to read myself. It just so happens that I brought home a stash of books last month and I want to show them to you. Now I probably am going to skip over a few of the older, more random ones, things that I brought home that I thought looked interesting that really are not even worth showing you because nobody else wanted them, and I'll probably eventually recycle them, but I just picked them up to give them one last look. You know, sometimes I feel like working at the library book sale, it's almost like working at the animal shelter because you want to bring them all home. All the ones that nobody wants, you want to bring them home, but you just can't. And it's just really hard to get rid of them. So I feel like that sometimes. So I want to show you, though, some of the ones that I really did want and that I'm looking forward to reading. From the self-help category, I have Eat That Frog, 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Get More Done in Less Time by Brian Tracy. Those are things that I would love to be able to do. Now, my husband and I have seen Brian Tracy in person several years ago at some sort of a conference, but I remember my mom was telling me about a conference that she had gone to, and the illustration was used about eating frogs. Like, if you have to swallow a lot of frogs, swallow the biggest one first, and things like that. And it was an analogy for, you know, getting your biggest jobs out of the way first. Well, when I saw this title, I thought, I bet that's where that whole concept came from. When I was looking through my TBR and the books that I own that I haven't read, trying to plug in some books into my reading challenge, one of the items on the reading challenge said to read a book that got very low ratings. So this falls in with my organizing want to reads, but it also got pretty low ratings on Goodreads. So I think it got like 2 stars. So it's the Everything Organize Your Home book. Straighten up the entire house from cleaning your closets to reorganizing your kitchen by Jason Rich. This was recommended to me by a lady who came to our book sale, and she said she already has a couple of copies, but it's the Prescription for Nutritional Healing. This is, I'm sure, an outdated version. I very much believe that nutrition plays a huge part in our illnesses, and what we eat and don't eat can dramatically affect our health and can be used to treat various illnesses. So I wanted to get this and check it out. It's pretty neat. It has, like, you can look up whatever type of ailment or disease that you want, and it tells you about that, and it tells you what nutrients you need to combat against that, and then I believe what foods are high in those nutrients. A couple of other books for special needs kids. I have a daughter with autism. She's 14, and we do a lot of homeopathic type of treatments with her, and we have changed our diet over the years to be able to help her. So I found this, Special Needs Kids Eat Right by Judy Converse. I also got Cutting Edge Therapies for Autism. This is by Ken Siri and Tony Lyons. It's the 2010-2011 edition, but I'm sure I can still glean some good information from it. This is a very old textbook. It's called Educating Exceptional Children by Samuel A. Kirk. Now, I don't know if it means kids who have special needs or kids who are gifted, but I have one of each. So either way, I think I can probably find something that I can use from this book. My husband has read some books by Meg Meeker on, I think, the Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters, and this one is called Restoring the Teenage Soul. So I picked that up, and then I like this title, Raising Christians, Not Just Children, Florence Littauer. I haven't even opened it, but I like the title. Well, now I'll show you a few of the fiction books that I have picked up over the last few weeks at my library. This one is called The Ballroom on Magnolia Street. I believe it's the sequel to The Tea House on Mulberry Street. I already have a copy of The Tea House, and I have also sent a copy to my sister, and I'm probably going to send this to her too. I haven't read either one of them. It's a really pretty cover, and it just looked interesting enough that I thought it'd be worth taking a look at. This one I got for obvious reasons. It's My Name. It's from the Daughters of Courage series by Donna Fletcher Crow. The publisher is a Christian publisher, so I am 99% sure that this is a Christian book. I don't know anything about it other than that. I picked up 4 books by Elizabeth Berg. The covers really attract me because they're very kitchen-y, home and garden type covers. And I thought, well, I don't want to let these go until I know if this is something that I want to read. So I haven't read anything by Elizabeth Berg. If you've read anything by her and you liked it or didn't like it, let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested in reading her. I just haven't had the time yet. A couple of books by Alice Sebold. I kept seeing this around, The Lovely Bones, and I've heard booktubers talk about it. I'm not sure it's my type of book, but this was a book that was sitting on the shelf. It just wasn't selling, so I went ahead and picked it up. And then a hardback copy of The Almost Moon, also by Alice Sebold. I don't think this is a YA book, according to Goodreads, and it didn't get as good of ratings as The Lovely Bones, but I thought I would go ahead and give it a look. Then I got a really beat up copy of The Handmaid's Tale. I read this, oh goodness, a long time ago. I saw the movie first. I think the movie came out in 1990 and I loved it. And so I got the book and read it. I have really, as long as I can remember, I've been fascinated with dystopian type of societies. Probably my earliest memories of anything that I read or saw would be the Planet of the Apes movies back, the Charlton Heston versions long ago, and I love those. I've never read any of those books, although I recently found out that there are books of the Planet of the Apes, so I'm going to be looking into that. But I didn't have my own copy of this, and it was going to get thrown away. Otherwise, it was so beat up that I thought, I would bring it home and give it a read. I picked this up, Abaco Gold, a Bimini Twist Adventure by Patrick Mansell. I used to work on a cruise ship, and we sailed to the Abaco Islands, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place in the Bahamas. So this is a fiction book, that's the setting. So I thought it'd be fun to take a read because it's been over 20 years since I've been there. And this looked fun too. It's called Bet Your Bottom Dollar. It is a Bottom Dollar Girls novel by Karen Gillespie. So I thought that looked kind of fun. I got a few paperbacks. I got The Silence of the Library. It is a Cat in the Stacks mystery by Miranda James. So I am not familiar with this series, but I thought it looked fun, and I love cats. This says it's from the Grace Livingston Hill Library, but it's by Isabella Alden. All right, it says novels by the mentor of America's favorite storyteller. So I guess that Isabella Alden was a mentor of Grace Livingston Hill, and so they have republished some of her books. This is called Wise and Otherwise. I also collect the Tea Shop Mysteries by Laura Childs. This one is called The English Breakfast Murder. This one is a series I had never seen before. It's a Hope Street Church mystery by Jennifer Stanley called Stirring Up Strife. And then this one, it says One Book in the Grave by Kate Carlisle. It is a bibliophile mystery. Again, I've mentioned before, I love cozy mysteries. I just love how they look. They're so cute, and usually the mysteries themselves are not as gory as a regular mainstream mystery. Now, I do read a lot of other regular mainstream mysteries. J.A. Jance is one of the authors that my husband and I like to read. But I just think cozy mysteries are fun. Well, that is the end of my June book hauls. I know that's a lot of books. Now I've got to figure out where to put everything. Now, a lot of these books I bought either from my sister. I did buy a few other books for other people that I didn't show you, and books for the Little Free Library. So I'll be getting those distributed. I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe, read a good book, and God bless you.